How long do you wait to pay your bills out of a HELOC after you put your paycheck in? Okay, Tara, great question. Generally, as long as humanly possible, right? As long as I can, ideally. So let's look at an example of what that would look like. So let's say Tara has a HELOC, right? This is for Tara. Tara has a HELOC and Tara has a mortgage. Let's say her mortgage is $1,500. It's due on the first of the month. Okay. Let's say Tara is bi-weekly paycheck. So Tara, everyone in this live stream, 53 people watching, and including Denzel, we all have cash bills, meaning you need account and routing number to pay that bill. You cannot use a credit card to pay that specific bill. Or if you use a credit card to pay that specific bill, then you incur what? A fee, right? So we have cash bills, and then we have bills that can be paid a credit card. Let's say Tara has $3,000 worth of cash bills, and she has $4,000 of credit card bills. What she could do is have her $4,000 of bills that can be paid with a credit card, run it on a credit card that gives us cashback rewards or points or both, whichever gives us the highest off of what her expenses are typically. So therefore, $4,000 more is going to stay in the HELOC before she has to withdraw it out. Let's say the HELOC is also due on the first of the month. Let's say that's when the interest is due on the first of the month. So ideally, we can set up the due date on the credit card. We can call and ask to change the due date if we want, right? Or maybe it just, let's just say it lines up and the due date's on the 25th of the month, right? So that's pretty far, right? Maybe 29, 30, right? It's like set up almost 2-3 weeks out. So throughout the month though, she's swiping $4,000 on the credit card. The 4K won't be due to the 25th. But if we're in May now, and let's say she starts using the credit card, she's not gonna owe anything on May 25th. It'll be June 25th when we owe. So that gives us, what, 20 something more days of basically floating her expenses at 0% on the credit card until it's due, right? And then if we wanna be even more slick, instead of paying the full balance on the credit card, all we pay, and we set up auto pay, is do the statement balance. So now, Tara, hopefully you're still with me and I didn't lose you in the process, but ideally, we want to have auto pay on the statement balance of the credit card. Our HELOC, we're gonna withdraw money out of the HELOC the day before the 24th to pay that 4K. This 3K will get paid when the bill is due, the day of, the day before, right? So you're either gonna pull it out of the HELOC into your checking, and then the checking pays the bill, say your mortgage and $1,500 worth of other stuff that need to get paid via cash. And you can also, if that's too manual or too tedious, you could wait. You could do every 3 to 5 days. You withdraw a portion out of your HELOC to pay the next 3 to 5 days worth of bills. So let's just say, Tara, let's look at the month of May, and let's say you get paid every other Friday, and let's say May 3rd was when you got paid the first time this month. So I'm looking at May 3rd, May 17th, and May 31st. So those are her pay dates, let's just say. So we got May 3rd, 17th, and the 31st. Those are her pay periods. So what do we know with this information? Well, for the month of May, 3 times money goes in. Money goes in to the HELOC. We know that. There's only 3 times out of the month that money will go in. And then we have money coming out of the HELOC. The goal is to have money come out of the HELOC as little times as humanly possible. And the way to do that is you run as much as you can on a credit card, as much as it allows without any fees. And then you only pull money out when you need it. So basically your income is sitting parked, right? Paycheck is parked in the HELOC for as long as humanly possible. And you're gonna set up a calendar, whether you do it written out or you buy a calendar and you're literally gonna mark the days that you have stuff, bills that are due. And you can set reminders in your phone. Hey, my mortgage is due, right? Because you have to manually withdraw money out of your HELOC to pay your mortgage, unless you have a first position home equity line of credit. If Tara has a first position home equity line of credit, she does not need to manually move money out of the HELOC because her first lien HELOC comes with an account and routing number. So therefore, all she needs to do is set up auto pay to pay everything out of the HELOC. If she does not have a first position home equity line of credit and has a second, then we need to have a checking account attached to the HELOC. That's most of HELOCs today. That's usually the case. If you make a mistake, Tara, what you could do is you call the bank and you set up overdraft protection on that checking account that's linked to the HELOC, so that if you do forget to pay your mortgage but you had auto pay set up and it auto drew from your zero balance checking account, well then the bank will just pull $1,500 from your HELOC, pays the bill, right, or brings your account back to zero. The goal is to have your checking at a zero balance for as long as we can, because you made a chunk on your HELOC, so you owe money on the HELOC now. We did the move, we got the win, now let's secure the win by actually doing the concept. So hopefully that helps.